If you're too busy proving you're rich to feed your ego, you'll never have time to build real wealth. How much time and money do people waste trying to look successful instead of actually becoming successful? Today, I'm sharing 5 reasons why smart people choose to look poor and why this could transform your financial future. Let's start with reason number 1. Escape from the rat race. It frees you from the most expensive trap in America, the rat race. Here's exactly how this trap works. You get your first decent paycheck and you think it's time to live better. You lease that nice car for $600 a month. You buy those designer clothes. You move into that expensive apartment. Each purchase feels good in the moment, but what you're really doing is locking yourself into needing that same big paycheck every single month. Now, you absolutely cannot afford to lose your job. You can't take any risks. You can't start that business you've been thinking about because you need every dollar to make your car payment, your rent, and your credit card bills. You become completely dependent on that steady paycheck. Let's say you make $5,000 a month. But between your car payment, expensive rent, designer clothes, and eating out all the time, you're spending $4,800 every month. You only have $200 left over. You're trapped because you need that entire $5,000 paycheck just to survive. When you choose to look poor instead, something amazing happens. You drive an older car with no payment. You live in a decent but cheaper place. You shop at regular stores. Now that same $5,000 salary, you're only spending $3,000 to live. That means you have $2,000 every single month to invest, save, or start a business with. You just bought yourself freedom. Reason number 2, strong negotiation edge. When you look poor, you become a master negotiator because people think you actually need to save money. Here's what happens when you show up to buy something expensive while looking wealthy. The car salesman sees your designer watch and fancy clothes. He immediately thinks you have money to burn. He starts with his highest price because he figures you can afford it. You end up paying full price or close to it. But when you show up looking average or even a little broke, everything changes. That same car salesman thinks you're stretching your budget just to be there. He knows he needs to work with you on price, or you'll walk away. He starts offering discounts immediately. He throws in extras to make the deal work for your budget. Let's say you're buying a $10,000 used car. The person in designer clothes pays $9,500. You show up in old jeans and a regular t-shirt and you walk out paying $8,000. You saved $1,500 just by not looking rich. This works everywhere. Contractors give you better prices when they think you're watching every dollar. Landlords negotiate more when they don't think you're wealthy. Even at garage sales and flea markets, people give you better deals when you look like someone who actually needs to save money. The wealthy person's uniform isn't Gucci and Rolex. It's looking like someone who counts every dollar, even when you don't have to. Reason number 3, build real relationships with genuine people. When you look poor, you attract people who actually care about you as a person, not your wallet. Here's the problem with looking wealthy. Every new person you meet is doing math in their head. They see your expensive car, your designer clothes, your fancy watch, and they start thinking about what you can do for them. Can you invest in their business? Can you lend them money? Can you pay for dinner every time you go out? You never know if someone likes you or if they like your money. But when you look average or even a little struggling, something beautiful happens. The only people who want to spend time with you are people who actually enjoy your company. They're not trying to get anything from you because they don't think you have anything to give. They laugh at your jokes because they're actually funny, not because they want to stay on your good side. Let's say you're at a coffee shop. If you're wearing a $5,000 outfit, people might be extra friendly because they think you're important. But if you're wearing regular clothes, the person who starts talking to you is doing it because they genuinely find you interesting. The same thing happens with dating. When you look wealthy, you attract people who are attracted to your lifestyle. When you look normal, you attract people who are attracted to you as a person. Your real friends are the ones who knew you when you had nothing and still wanted to hang out with you. When you stop showing off your money, you find out who your real friends actually are. Reason number 4. You're not seen as a threat. When you look poor, people underestimate you, and that gives you a huge advantage in life. Here's what happens when you walk into a room looking wealthy. Everyone immediately sees you as competition. Your coworkers think you're trying to show them up. Your boss might feel threatened by your success. Other business owners see you as someone they need to beat. You become a target before you even open your mouth. But when you dress down and look average, people let their guard down around you. They don't see you coming. They share information they would never tell someone they saw as competition. They underestimate what you're capable of, so they don't try to block your moves or steal your ideas. Let's say you're at a business meeting. The guy in the expensive suit gets watched carefully. Everyone assumes he's the biggest player in the room, so they're careful about what they say around him, but you're sitting there in your regular clothes and people talk freely. They reveal their strategies. They mention opportunities they're working on. They give you information that's worth thousands of dollars just because they don't think you're important enough to worry about. Sometimes the best strategy is to let people think you're not playing the game at all. Reason number 5, freedom from the hedonic treadmill. When you look poor, you escape the endless cycle of needing more and more expensive things to feel happy. Here's how the hedonic treadmill works. You buy that first luxury item and it feels amazing. The new BMW makes you feel successful for about 3 months. Then you get used to it. It becomes normal. Now you need something even more expensive to get that same feeling. So you buy the designer watch. That feels great for a few weeks. Then that becomes normal too. Now you need the luxury vacation, then the bigger house, then the yacht. You're stuck on a treadmill where you keep running faster and faster, spending more and more money, but you never actually get anywhere. You never feel satisfied because there's always something more expensive to want. But when you choose to look poor, you step off that treadmill completely. You find happiness in simple things. You enjoy a good meal at a regular restaurant. You're excited about a weekend camping trip instead of needing to fly first class to Europe. You appreciate what you have instead of constantly wanting what you don't have. Let's say your neighbor buys a $50,000 car and feels great for a month. Then he sees someone with a $100,000 car and suddenly his car feels cheap. He's miserable again, but you're driving your paid off 10-year-old car and you feel rich every month when you don't have a car payment. When you stop trying to impress people with expensive things, you realize that most of the best things in life don't cost much money at all. You find contentment, and contentment is the real wealth that money can't buy. So here's what I want you to try, just for the next 30 days. Don't buy anything just to look cool. No flashy spending, no flexing for Instagram, just chill. Stack your cash. Maybe throw it into something that actually grows, like an index fund or your emergency savings. You'll be shocked how much peace and money you get back when you stop trying to impress people who don't even matter. And if you're feeling that, hit the like button, subscribe for more real talk like this, and hey, drop A in the comments so I know you took a first step toward the financial freedom.